Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, Anshu, you
Yes, sir.
what is dew point?
Yes, sir. So the dew point when there is a saturation level of atmospheric vapor that is get condensed, then after that saturation level, then it start after coming in contact with the atmospheric temperature, then it starts to rainfall, and before starting of rainfall, that point is called as the dew point, basically.
Okay.
मतलब
ठीक है.
वो पॉइंट होता है ड्यू पॉइंट जहां पर जो कंडेंस्ड होकर वेपर
Point
हमारे
of
पास
what?
है और अब वो and it is ready for the rainfall when the
ठीक है.
atmospheric temperatures goes decrease, then
So,
that point is called as a dew point.
yes, Aishwarya, do you know what is dew point? Okay, you must be knowing what is dew. Dew means what? Converting the atmospheric moisture into liquid, like directly when it converts into what you can say liquid, sorry, air to or gases to liquid, water vapor to liquid, that is called as dew, right? Here it is reverse happening. Like, normally when what you can say the ice is heated, when the ice is heated, it leads to what you can say when ice is heated, it is converted into liquid. When again the water is heated more, then it is converted into what? It is converted into water vapor. But the reverse process, that the atmosphere, like water vapor is converted into liquid, that is what is called as dew, right? So the temperature at which the atmospheric moisture is converted into liquid or the water vapor is converted into liquid, that temperature is called as dew point. Is it clear to all of you? What is dew point? Dew point is a temperature at which the atmospheric water vapor is converted into liquid. That is what is called as dew point. Now tell me, decrease in the temperature leads to dew or increase in the temperature leads to dew? Dew formation. Yes, Ritika. Decrease in the rain or the temperature of the air mass should lead to the formation of dew, or increase in the temperature of the air mass should lead to the formation of dew.
Can you please explain the dew
Decrease.
point one?
See,
Teacher?
yeah. So
Yes,
as
sir.
I told, one second. Let me explain once again that how the dew occurs. Like as I told you, suppose if there is an air mass, if that air mass gets heated up and it moves upwards. So as they moves upwards, what happens? There is decrease in the temperature, right? So there is a certain temperature at which the what you can say the moisture holding capacity of the air mass what you can say reduces, and the relative humidity becomes equal to absolute humidity. Like as I told you, as the temperature decreases, then what you can say the moisture holding capacity decreases. So the temperature at which the moisture holding capacity of the air mass saturates or becomes equal to the relative humidity becomes to the absolute humidity, and that leads to what you can say the formation, or that leads to condensation of the atmospheric moisture, and that leads to the rainfall. So the temperature at which the condensation of the water vapor takes place, that is what is called as dew point. So to have to what you can say that to relative humidity or absolute humidity को equal होने के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? There should be decrease in the temperature. Am I right, Anshu? So the suppose if the air mass temperature is falling and falling and falling, so the temperature at which the relative humidity becomes equals to the absolute humidity, or the temperature at which there is what you can say there is a condensation, and that temperature is called as the dew point. समझ में आ गया रितिका? You got the difference?
Yes,
Difference,
sir.
right? So now,
Sir.
now what happens? Now, yes, I was asking you that when the dew point occurs, suppose if there is a dew point, and in spite of that dew point has achieved, but there is no rainfall because of the lack of the dust particle. So if there are no dust particle, even after the dew point is achieved, there is no rainfall. In such situation, there is what you can say spraying of the salt in the cloud by what you can say the aeroplane. So some of these scientists have what you can say taken an experience that when they spray the salts like sodium chloride or what you can say the sodium nitrate or what you can say silver nitrate. So what happens is whenever there is a formation of the cloud means what there is a formation of there is a condensation, but still that water is not coming down due to the pull of the Earth's gravity because of what you can say the lack of the dust particle in that cloud. So what happens is sometimes the aeroplanes are used to spray the salt, and this salt, what you can say, helps in formation of what you can say the water droplets because of around the particles of that salt, around the crystals of that sound, there will be what you can say condensation, So these salts act as a dust particle and there is a rainfall. So in artificial rain, all of you must have heard about artificial rain. In artificial rain, there is spraying of the silver nitrate, or there is spraying of the sodium chloride, or there is spraying of what you can say the any nitrates, right? So that helps in what we can say in formation of the hygroscopic nuclei, and that leads to rainfall. But for artificial rain, you need to have what you can say saturation point. If the saturation point is there, then only you can have an artificial rainfall. Without that saturation or without that dew point is achieved, you cannot have a what you can say the artificial rainfall. Clear? What is artificial rainfall and why in artificial rainfall the silver nitrates or sodium chloride is sprayed? Because the silver nitrate and sodium chloride gives a surface to the water which will leads to formation of the water droplets. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So convectional rainfall. So convectional rainfall occurs due to what you can say heating of the surface of the land. Right? Now there is one more type of rainfall which is called as the orographic rainfall. Now we'll see the next type of rainfall that is called as orographic rainfall. Anyone knows what is the meaning of oros? This term has been discussed earlier in the physical geography. Anyone knows what is the meaning of oros? Orograph. Am I audible to all of you? Yes, Aishwarya, do you remember what is the meaning of orography or what is orograph?
No, sir.
Oros means mountain. Do you remember orogenesis? Orogenesis means what? Formation of the mountain is called as orogenesis. Do you remember? याद है किसी को? When I was discussing the various types of landforms on the surface of the earth. So formation of the mountain is called as orogenesis. So oros means mountain, right? Now here you can see that how these mountains, what you can say, leads to rainfall, and the rainfall due to the what I can say due to the barrier created by the mountains is called as orographic barrier rainfall, right? So here the mountains act as a barrier which leads to what you can say upward movement of the wind. Now here you can see here, like, so to rainfall to happen, there is one condition that the water or the air mass should move upwards. It may be due to convective current or it may be due to what we can say the orographic barrier, right? So in convectional current, what was happening due to the increase in temperature, the air mass was getting lighter and it was moving upwards. But here what is happening? Here the wind is moving upwards due to the barrier created by the mountain. Right? So here the barrier created by the mountain, and that is why here there is what you can say the rainfall. Now here we can see in orographic rainfall, suppose there is a warm ocean, the temperature is high, and that leads to what you can say evaporation. And when the winds are moving from this ocean body towards what you can say the land, it brings some moisture. So here there is an addition of moisture. Am I right? So as I told you, that addition of moisture also leads to the rainfall. So here what is happening? Here the absolute humidity and relative humidity. Here there is what is happening. The relative humidity is same, the temperature is same, but there is addition of the moisture from the prevailing winds. So winds brings the moisture and they add moisture, and again at the same time the wind is also moving upwards. So as I told you, then when the wind moves upwards, what will happen? Again here what will happen? There is condensation, because as we move upwards the temperature decreases, and since the temperature decreases there is rainfall here, right? So now tell me, the rainfall will be more here or the rainfall will be more in the convectional rainfall? Where there is more the rainfall will be, the convectional rainfall or orographic barrier rainfall? Yes, Rupali?
Orographic.
Yeah, orographic means there will be more rainfall. Why? Because as the moisture decreases, there is continuous supply of the moisture here. There is continuous supply of the moisture, and that leads to what you can say continuous rainfall. So you can see in Mumbai, whenever there is a rainfall, the rainfall is continuous, like 10 hours, 12 hours. Sometimes the rainfall is 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. Why? Because there is continuous supply of the moisture from the Arabic Sea, and that leads to what you can say continuous rainfall. But in the convectional rainfall, as the wind moves upwards and as the moisture, what you can say, moisture decreases, means as the whatever the water vapor are available in the atmosphere, when they are vanished, then obviously the rainfall stops. So you know, during the summer, the rainfall is only around 5 to 10 minutes. आपने देखा होगा कि during the summer, the rainfall is only for 5 to 10 minutes. But during the wind, what you can say, the rainy season in India, why there is a continuous rainfall? Because there is continuous supply of the moisture brought by the southwesterly monsoon winds. So southwesterly monsoon winds are coming from the Arabic Ocean and they brings the moisture continuously, and that is why there is more rainfall during the rainy season. So now here you can see there is rainfall here, but as you move upwards here, there is snowfall. Can you see here? They have shown a picture that at the peak of the mountain there is snowfall. There is no rainfall. There is snowfall. So can anybody tell me why there is snowfall here? Why there is a snowfall at the very high? Yes.
Decrease in temperature. It
Yes.
condenses water particle into.
Also, can anybody tell me what you can say, in which situation there will be a snowfall? At what temperature there will be snowfall? Simply that when the dew point is below 0 degrees Celsius. Like now again you can see there is no fixed thing. Dew point itni temperature पे होगा. Dew point depends upon the relative humidity, also depends upon the temperature, it also depends upon the absolute humidity. So relative humidity may be different in different places. But suppose if sometimes if the relative humidity is achieved, or what you can say the dew point is achieved below 0 degrees Celsius, then that leads to what you can say the snowfall. And if the dew point is above 0 degrees Celsius, then that leads to rainfall. ये समझ में आ रहा है? What leads to snowfall? If that dew point is achieved below 0 degrees Celsius, that leads to what you can say the snowfall. So here you know that at the mountain peak, then we have seen that as the rate of the decrease in the temperature in the atmosphere in altitude, we have seen that at 6.4 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter. So as we move upwards, then obviously the temperature here is below 0 degrees Celsius. So in such situation, whatever the dew point is achieved, because of that there is snowfall here, right? So here there is what you can say, here there is rainfall, but as the water vapor or as the cloud cross over the orograph or that to cross over the mountain, then the water, what you can say, this cloud, it comes downwards. So when it comes downwards, the temperature increases or decreases? Suppose air mass, when the air mass, what you can say, moves downwards, अगर air mass ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है, तो the temperature of the air mass increases or decreases?
Increases.
Temperature will increase.
Increases,
And when the
sir.
temperature increases, then moisture holding capacity increases or decreases?
Increases.
It increases, and that is the reason when the same air mass, when it crosses over the mountain and it comes down, there is no rainfall here, and that is why this region is called as a rain shadow region. So on the windward side there is rainfall here, and on the leeward side there is no rainfall here. Why there is no rainfall? Because the air mass is moving downwards. So always remember, whenever the air mass moves upwards, there is rainfall. So it may be due to convection currents, it may be due to orographic barrier, or it may be due to tropical cyclone. Whenever the air mass moves upwards, there is rainfall. So the precondition for the rainfall is that the air must move upwards. Whenever the air mass moves upwards, that leads to what you can say the formation of that leads to rainfall. Got it? Yes. So you understood what is orographic rainfall? Orographic rainfalls are created due to what you can say the orographic barrier. So in this orographic barrier, the moisture is added. There is heavy rainfall on the windward side, and there is less rainfall or zero rainfall in the rain shadow region. So that is why on this side there is no rainfall, and on this side there is rainfall. So in India, we can see that the eastern part of the Western Ghat there is no rainfall, but western part of the Western Ghat, that is on the Konkan region, there is heavy rainfall in India, right? So when I'm going to discuss about the climate of India, we will discuss in deep detail that where there is high rainfall and where there is low rainfall, and why there is a low rainfall in particular in some areas, and why there are very high rainfall in some areas, that we will discuss here. So today we have discussed 4 points. One is that is what is the difference between the absolute humidity and relative humidity? What is humidity and how the absolute humidity and relative humidity influences the rainfall. So whenever the absolute humidity and relative humidity becomes equal, then there is a rainfall. And rainfall occurs maybe due to what we can say when there is decrease in the temperature or when there is addition of the moisture. So two types of rainfall that we have discussed today. One is called as the convectional rainfall and another is called as orographic barrier rainfall or orographic rainfall. Right? So tomorrow we will be discussing about the third type of rainfall, and that rainfall is called as cyclonic rainfall. So tomorrow a very interesting topic that is called as cyclones. Now cyclones are also the part of weather and climate. So tomorrow we will discuss what are cyclones, what are the types of the cyclones, what causes the cyclone, that what leads to the formation of the cyclones, and how the cyclones leads to the rainfall, that we will discuss in tomorrow. So tomorrow is a very interesting topic that we will discuss, that is the types of the cyclones in the tomorrow. Any doubts about the today's sessions, what we have discussed?
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay. So shall we stop it here today?
Okay.
Check it. So after 15 minutes, we'll continue with our newspaper discussion. So just give me a break of 15 minutes. Then we'll continue with the today's newspaper discussion. So I request all of you to please join the newspaper discussion if you are free. Otherwise, recording will be there that you can see it afterwards. But if you are free, it's better to join the live class so that you can, if you have any doubts in the live class, you can ask. Fine?
Okay.
Yes.
So just give me a break for 10 minutes. We'll continue with the newspaper at 6:30. I will send you the new link again. You can join.